So here's our second movement of the workout, and we'll come back and show you the first. So we're using the cable stack. The pulley's about kind of face height, maybe around the chin. And on the row, what we're looking to do is to activate the rear delts. So the elbows are high away from the body, but we don't want the traps to elevate the shoulder up towards the ears. So the shoulders have to stay down even though the elbows come up. A little bit of a challenge there for sure. But this is going to be a great exercise to build out the back side of the shoulder to give nice shoulder width when you're looking from the back, but it's actually also going to help when you look from the front. Our middle and rear shoulder muscles help create width in the shoulders, even when you're viewed from the front. So this is going to be a good exercise. We're doing this one between 14 to 20 reps. If she feels like anywhere in between there that the technique is fading, we would go ahead and stop the set. So the technique on this is most important. The reason why is if you start kind of getting loose on technique, your lats are going to take over and some other muscles. Okay, next we have is a one-arm lateral raise. So I'll show you from this angle here. So we're using the handle for support, and then she's raising out, and we're going to be going just a smidge wider, you can see, than her shoulder, and that helps to activate more of the middle delt. So delt is short for deltoids, which is the shoulder muscle. We have a front, a middle, and a rear to our shoulder. So this is going to target the middle and definitely the front for sure. So between the two movements, you're getting all of the shoulder cap. And the first exercise, we'll switch sides here, is a cable seated row with this neutral handle, and she's pulling at a little bit of a downward angle. And that targets the mid back right in here. So the first exercise targets there, second one targets out here, and this one targets way out here on the shoulder cap. So really good. For this one, we're doing what's called double sets. So she's doing 10 on each arm, and then we're flipping over and doing 5 on each arm. The idea is just, since it's more of an isolative movement, if you do 10 and kind of walk away, it's too short of a blast on a small muscle. So we're doing more repetitions to get more of a pump effect. When you're looking at trying to change muscles, especially their shape, you're going to be looking at what's called shear force, which is the weight is so heavy it's tearing the muscle fibers, or a general term called metabolic damage, where the muscle's so pumped up that it's actually uncomfortable, and that uncomfortableness stimulates adaptation and change in regards to making the muscle cells bigger. Okay, did a great job. So you can see here is our Sorenex Apex rack. Has a cable station on one side, a squat rack here in the middle, cables over here. So it sets us up for a great overall kind of circuit. And then I love it for cable flies. So this is the first movement, is a cable seated row. And this one we're going for 14 reps. But again, whenever the technique, if it were to feel like it was fading, we would go ahead and stop. So this, she's looking at extending and squeezing her shoulders. So the focus, her hands are definitely moving. But the main focus of this movement is pinching the shoulders, releasing the shoulders, pinching the shoulders, releasing the shoulders. Now that's a very hard movement to coordinate. We're used to, when we're doing rows, we're used to just pulling the handle to the chest. We just think, what are my hands doing? What's the handle doing? However, we actually want to be focusing on what is the upper back doing, because that's the muscles we're trying to target. So for this one, just nice and stable. We do want as heavy as we can do with clean form. So this is going to lead a little bit more into that shear force damage, but we wouldn't want it so heavy that her torso is swaying back and forth. So you can see she's nice and stable in this movement, and that's key to making sure this gets the end result that we want. Awesome job, Meredith. She's doing really well. Awesome. You want to go through the 2 more movements again? Finish out this circuit? Yep, and then we'll take a break. So I'm being a big jerk. So as she does each set, I just kind of walk around and adjust the weight. When I'm by myself, I tend to actually adjust the weight after each exercise. Because if I go after all the circuits, I kind of forget whether I did or didn't do it. So I change the weight basically after every exercise. Yes, exactly. Now, our structure for workouts is basically upper body, lower body alternated all the time. If we miss a day, it's rare. It happens, when you travel or whatnot. But the benefit of an upper body, lower body structure is our workouts can be about 20-ish minutes. And we're coming into each workout with damage already existing from the previous workout. So that helps us where each workout we're just adding on to the past one. So that way the workouts are shorter. And I like it because our main goal right now is to push the muscles to grow and change, but we're not strength training. If we were strength training, we would give more of a rest period to allow for heavier weight loads. But when you're going for a shape change, you want it heavy enough to annoy the tissue, but you don't really care if you're using, so if you're using a 30 pound and it feels miserable, it's okay versus trying to force a 35-pound weight. Awesome. Now she's doing good. No, that is true. So, yeah, the challenging part with this is you do always feel like you're working out pre-beat up because you are pre-exhausted, like pre-fatigued. But it's actually great for longevity, great for joints because you're never loading up super heavy. You still do grow connective tissue and strengthen the body. You're still going to get positive overall body effects. But that is the intention of this style of training. Good. She's doing great. And then how many sets we go for? Typically, it takes us about 2 rounds to get the technique dialed in, find the right weights. And then we aim for 4 to 5 rounds after that. It depends a little bit on how our body's feeling fatigued, nervous system fatigue, just overall stress. If we're having a rough day, it's at the end of the day, we'll kind of maybe do 1 less round. If we're having a day and we're feeling fresh, we'll go for the extra. But the idea is to just get the most of whatever you have each day. Sometimes that's a little more, sometimes it's a little less, but you're always getting something in, and that's the key. Awesome job. She's going to get her last 5 here, and then she'll get a break. The big bad trainer is going to tell her it's okay to breathe now. Yes. Awesome job. Cool. Good. Now I'm going to show you around the gym a little bit. So if you want to learn more about the prep, Meredith is actually prepping. These are her previous photos. So up on the wall, we're prepping for a new competition. So if you want to learn more about that, we are covering that in the podcast. So you can see a nice leg press here. And then we have the lying leg curl, the glute drive, and a little, what was that, kitchenette? Little sink and dishwasher and stuff. And then all of our trophies and photos. Yay. So we thought it'd be fun to share one of our workouts and just kind of discuss what we focus on. Awesome. Okay, well, thank you for watching.